Hey, 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 we are here again. Good day, everyone. My name is Mr. Omar Godwin, and today we're going to be learning a very, very interesting topic in physical and health education. And we'll be talking about food preparation and preservation. Although, for this time, we are going to talk about just food preservation first. Then another time, we'll talk about food preparation. When it comes to food, I don't have any words in mind than Patrick. Patrick like the food, just food guy. All right, so let's get into it, people. Are you ready for today? It promises to be interesting. I am so ready. I'm ready for you. So if you're ready, let's get to it, shall we? Yeah, we shall. First up, we're going to look at your objective for today. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to define food. Then you let me know what food preservation is. You mention some of the methods how we can preserve our food. Then we are good to go. So let's go. What is food? Well, this woman is just eating and eating and eating. Huh. Okay, food is what people and animal eat to survive. Now they do this because it contains some nutritional value. It helps human and animal to be what healthy. So the reason why we eat is for us to survive, one, and to remain in good health. Okay, one more time. So food is what people or animal eat to survive. All right, you can eat not that way. So the consumption of food is normally enjoyed to human. That is why Patrick will find himself eating and eating the Krabby Patty all the time. And he's eating a lot now. So we eat because we enjoy eating. All right. Then what do we need to do? There's another thing because since we like food, we must learn how to preserve our food. What is now food preservation? Food preservation can be defined as the process of treating, now understand this, treating and handling food in such a way as to stop what greatly or slow down spoilage and prevent foodborne illnesses. Now, the reason why we prevent or preserve our food is to prevent what spoilage. Now, eventually, some of this food might get spoiled, but what we do is to slow it down. When you preserve it, you slow it down. It takes a little longer for it to get spoiled than when you just leave it to chance. So, if you love food, you should be ready to preserve food. Let's go. So, the primary objective, why then do we preserve? Is because we want to preserve this, we've said it, and later you can consume your food. We like food. Oh, we like food a lot. Humans, they love food. And good food, they will want to consume it. So if you love food, you should be ready to prevent it from spoilage so it can be consumed later. Now, the main reason why we preserve our food is so we can eat it later, one, and so the food does not get spoiled. Okay? We preserve food so it doesn't get spoiled and so we can eat it later. Alright. Now, what are the methods? How then do we preserve our food? There are loads of methods for food preservation. For example, we have drying, we have refrigerating, and there's fermentation, there's irrigation, there's freezing, a lot of methods. There's action of chemicals, a lot. But we're going to look at the ones that we can come and do it. All this food you see, they are canned food. They are preserved in that way. So let's see, let's get to it. Now, how do we preserve our food? Now, we'll look at the refrigeration of food preservation. How do we preserve food in this method? In this case of refrigeration, the idea is to slow bacteria action, to crawl, because there are bacteria in our food. When you bring them like that, there are bacteria. You put them in the fridge, so those bacteria will be slowed down. Sometimes they even die because of the degree of coldness in your fridge or freezer. Okay, so how do we do this? We put our food in fridge, refrigerator, like this that you're seeing here. Canned food, fruits, eggs, vegetables, we can keep them. They last much longer in a cooler environment, and that can be in your refrigerator. One method. Two, we can use the drying method. This food drying is a method for preserving food in which food is dried up. For example, most especially like your meats and fish. You can dry them up. It's not like you're going to dry in the sun, though. You're going to smoke them, like put some leaf fire and let them get dried. Let them get dried. And when they are dried, when food is dried, there is no nothing can come into it. It doesn't get spoiled. You can keep it for a very long time. For okay, think about the dry fish you see in the market. They stay long and people get to eat it. Okay, so the dry method, fermentation method. Now this have to do with canning our food. You have to put your food in cans, and there are liquids that usually preserve this food over a long time. Go to the shopping mall. I don't want to mention their names. Go to big supermarkets. You see that they have a lot of foods that are kept in cans. And that's another method of what preserving food. Now, what does that do? It stops bacteria and yeast from getting into our food. Beautiful boys and girls, we have come to the end of today's lesson. I had fun. Now, can you tell me what is food? Can you define food for me? Boys and girls, do it. Alright, can you mention three ways of preserving food? One, good. Two and three. Brilliant, brilliant. Nice job. So you'll be expecting our class activity in a short while. But for the meantime, I would like to say thank you very much for learning. From me to you, I'd like to say bye bye till we meet another time.